Assalamualaikum, a very good day to all of you. My name is Nohayana Syahrani binti Norma Halim. My matrix number is B0517106162. Today we will briefly talk about project title Product Life Cycles in the subject of manufacturing sustainability. My first point is introduction. Global warming and urban air pollution has become a central issue in the transportation policy decision-making, and as a result, much research in recent years has focused on the developing vehicles which are environmentally friendly. The hazard imposed threat to the environment management of Malaysia and increased awareness of the environment. Urban transport policy, the design is to reduce or discourage users of using private cars. There has been an increasing in the sales of non-pollution vehicles such as electric scooter. However, although the number of electric scooter users has increased, safety and comfort issues needed to be addressed. If the number of users increase significantly, affects the environment, pollution can be achieved. As a student of manufacturing process, we were given a task to develop and achieve through DFE principles and approach in the early design stage of product developing electric scooter. My second point will be background. Electric scooter is a vehicle empowered by electric motor in order to move. It is also known as e-scooter. For the power supply of the electric motor, certain countries use different power because it is different on the lot of the country. Basically, rechargeable battery that is used for the e-scooter can move to 15 kilometers per hour. The invention of the electric scooter is a proof of the engineering fields keep advancing. The invention of the electric scooter make it replace the old scooter in the market. Although the electric scooter is use electric motor, it is still called scooter rather than motorcycle. This is because its identity as a scooter is still fixed, which is more of its parts are belong to scooter. So it is not included in transportation law, which require a certificate to operate on a motor vehicle. It is not needed a license to ride an electric scooter. The electric scooter is not a fully motorized vehicle. It is just a semi-motorized scooter, which is still have a brakes and frames design and so on. The electric scooter user are commonly power supply used on the electric scooter. This kind of battery is rechargeable and light, which is make the design of the electric scooter more handful and easy. The electric scooter is not like a motorcycle in many concepts, either its design or its power supply. Besides that, the electric motor is also use a low power compared to motorcycle, which is the scooter. This is some type of electric scooter that commonly used by all the people in terms of weight and frame material type. Weight of the scooter also play an important role in the speed of the scooter. My next point will be aim. When considering the manufacturing of goods which involve many process, energy consumption, emission and waste generation, the electric scooter has a worldwide environment effect. The goal of the study is to identify product area that may be redesigned to increase the environmental sustainability. My next point will be objective. Firstly, to compare a product produce comparative life cycle assessment. My second point will be to put the sketching process of electric scooter into action. My last point will be to investigate the eco design web activity as well as the eco indicator electric scooter. We move on to the next point, that is concept. The concept of the project is to prove more exposed and a better understanding of how to execute design for the environment. For the standpoint of the life cycle studies of the electric scooter.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Radi and I will present my part, which is literature review. Fixel ETL 1996 defined design for environment as the systematic consideration of design performance with respect to environmental, health and safety objective over the full product and process life cycle. Glazebrook, Afford and Ward 1999 and Zhang ETL 1997 said in their research, the scope of the design for environment includes management of environment, product safety, occupational health safety, pollution prevention, ecology, resource conservation, accident prevention and waste management with a focus on product development. The explanation of this research is design for environment, DFE, is a design approach to reduce the overall human health and environmental impact of a product, process or service, where impact are considered across its life cycle. Iqbal ETL 2007 said in his research, life cycle assessment is a methodology for evaluating the environmental impact of a product or process from its origin to its final disposal. LCA has been widely used in assessing waste management systems since it compares the environmental performance of different waste management options. The explanation of this research is life cycle assessment, or LCA, also known as life cycle analysis, is a methodology for assessing environmental impact associated with all the stages of life cycle of a commercial product, process or service. For instance, in the case of a manufactured product, environmental impact are assessed from raw material extraction and process cradle through the product manufacture, distribution and use to be recycling or final disposal of the material composing it. Books 2006, Borchardt 2011, Brazet and Van Hemel 2007 and other researchers said in their research, eco-design offer different benefits and opportunities to companies, not only environmentally but also from the economic and social perspective. The environmental performance of a product improves, such as footprint, by optimizing input and output of the production process, reducing resources consumption such as energy, material, water, the environmental impact such as emission and waste, and increasing the efficiency of the system. The explanation for this research is the eco-design web is a useful tool to help students analyze an existing product or design. It can also be used to indicate areas of the product that can be redesigned to improve its environmental sustainability. Glavik 2012 said in his research, eco-efficiency management strategy of doing more with less. It is based on the concept of creating more goods and services while using fewer resources and creating less waste and pollution. Eco-efficiency is a sustainability measure combining environmental and economic performance. The explanation for this research is the eco-efficiency indicators is designed to capture the ecology efficiency of growth by measuring the efficiency of economic activity, both in terms of consumption and production, and its corresponding environmental impact. The ultimate goal of EEI is to provide government with a practical tool to measure their performance in their context of eco-efficiency and harness the concept of eco-efficiency for socio-economic policies pertaining to environmental sustainability.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Fakri Ahmad Junedi and my matrix number is B0517101004. Today I'm going to talk about methodology, and the first thing I'm going to talk is about the product. The electric scooter frame or chassis. There are few of material that is popular to develop the scooter frame. Its purpose is to make the scooter lighter and a strong frame. The type of material are commonly used to develop the scooter frame are carbon fiber, steel and titanium. Steel is commonly used to develop the scooter frame. Steel frame can be repaired with low cost, and when there is damage, steel scooter can show or even frame stress injury before the frame break. Steel scooter frame breaks slowly easily compared to aluminium frame, which break suddenly when they are failure on the frame. Next, I'm going to talk about the life cycle assessment (LCA), methodology for assessing environmental impact associated with the all stage of life cycle of a commercial product, process, or service. In the case of manufactured product, environmental impact are assessed from a raw material extraction and processing through the product manufacture and distribute and use to the recycling or final disposal of the material composing it. Inventory of the energy and the material that are required across the industry value chain of the product, process or service, and calculate the corresponding emission to the environment. And lastly, the LCA studies the environmental aspect and potential impact throughout a product life cycle, from raw material acquisition through production, use and disposal. Second, I'm going to talk about the eco-design web. Eco-design is an approach to designing product and service with a special considering for environmental impact of the product during its whole life cycle, defined as the process within design and development of the integration of environmental consideration into the product and service design and development with the aim and reduce environmental impact of the product through the life cycle that support product development with certain consideration or tasks, typically arranged in a software or writing in a guidelines. Increase the consideration of the design concept and the material selection concurrently at the early stage of the product development. Minimize the environmental impact due to the product, material and related process. Creative approach have emerged as the driving force to innovate the process. The decision-making process in early stage of conception. Design for suitable manufacturing. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the eco-indicator. The eco-indicator providing decision maker and the general public with relevant information on the current state and the trend in the environment. Second is helping decision making better understand cause the effect relation between the choice and the practice of business and policy making versus the environment. And last, assessing the monitor to assess the effectiveness of measuring taken into enhance of ecological goods and service. Next, I'm going to talk about the result. Here are the design options for our product. And this is the 15 part of the product, which is handlebar, quick release, tube, head tube, sensor, battery box, deck, wheel, rear wheel, motor, charging plug, front fork, front fender, front wheel and drum brake. Then these are the three process. For the stainless steel, the process are pressing, and the steel process is bending. The plastic, the process is injection molding, and the rubber is mixture. For the stainless steel, steel and plastic, they are assembled and transport, and then packaging. After that, is uses for the people, and then go to the disposal, or from the packaging it will go to the disposal landfill. For the eco-web design, for the new ways of doing, it is lightweight, comfortable to ride, have agility and durable. For the material selection, we have plastic, this is tube and sensor. For the rubber is the deck and front wheel, and for the steel is the chassis and the motor. For the material usage, we have handlebar, tube, sensor, deck, rear wheel, motor and front fork. And for the distribution is from packaging and then shipping from the China. The usage of product is used for transport, health activity and sport activity. The optimal life is have 6-year warranty, easy to use, minimum maintenance, and the end of life. Stainless steel and steel are potential to be recycled, and the plastic can be recycled, and the scooter have a high lifespan. For the eco indicator and the production are material, processing, transport and extra usage. The total for the production is 803.106347. The number is not high because the production of material is very low. And for the usage are the total are 34.9965. Is in the middle. And for the disposal is very low because we use steel and stainless steel only, and the total is 6.7740. For the calculation transport from China, the total is 23.26, and the distance distributed to the shop is 0.627 km.
Discussion. Studies carried out in a closed environment also demonstrated that electric scooter is easy to use in normal situation as well as to go around. The electric scooter is targeted more for young people, seem primarily intended for recreation purpose. The electric scooter use is appropriate in a closed environment such as industrial complex, shopping malls and others. Reliability and safety of the electric scooter when using in urban communities. Social acceptance of the electric scooter helps reduce the traffic problem. Last but not least, the conclusion. Due to many problems of congestion, pollution and urban mobility, new modes of transportation such as electric scooter device increases seems to be alternative to worldwide automobile use. This device also compare favorably with other types of vehicle, particularly in terms of stability, where they seem superior to other vehicles such as bicycles and motorcycles. Electric scooter is a design for broad segment of the population, and it's meant to meet a worldwide variety of mobility requirement in urban transfer to alternative form of mobility and use for short distance.